I can play Rumble, I can run around on Aurelia, it's super awesome. I believe he was tied with Hanser for most Aurelia games in North America, so he's all about that kind of style.
I feel like Huni and Ray are kind of kindred spirits. Ray's just building full damage on every champion he gets. The Dustblade Aurelia coming through.
That is a build I've not seen
But
before.
yeah, honestly, the bans here from Team Liquid are spot bans. Basically just key champions across the board for Immortals. You know, Adrian Soraka, legendary, the one bringing all these range supports in.
Absolutely.
Huni's had a lot of success on the Rumble, and then the all-arounder there, Rise. But Immortals bans, obviously very focused on the mid lane, even though technically Vlad and Karma can be flexed to other lanes as well. You know, Fenix taking his fair share of the bans and shouldering that weight for the team. Once again, early pick on Braum, been very popular in the last few weeks. You know, you can protect your minion waves. It opens up a lot of strategies. He's a very diverse pick. Plus, he adds so much level 1 presence. I love talking about this for Braum just because there's so many opportunities to get early kills. And Team Liquid have been a team, especially with Fabbbyyy on the squad, they've gotten a ridiculous amount of first bloods with those two taking part in them. Fabbbyyy usually likes to take the Jhin Braum, so much pick potential.
And you're seeing right now the Liquid putting in plenty of damage in the lineup right now. They're happy to take their own jungler, not trying to show much else, but they're also rush picking the Victor. When you consider Azir, Vlad, and Karma off the table, it's almost a bargain that Liquid managed to grab Victor.
Yeah, they're very quick lock-ins here from Team Liquid, stealing away Victor from Pobelter. This is one of Pobelter's main champions, so comfortable on it. Plus, it's a great blind pick mid laner for Team Liquid, considering the extra bans that have already been thrown at the mid lane. So all around, I think Team Liquid are extremely happy with the way this pick bans is going. Because I was also talking to Dardoch a lot. I played against him in solo queue on our Smurfs a couple of days ago. And he has really been focusing a lot on Graves play. So they're okay knowing that Reingover really wants this Rek'Sai and he was going to early round it. They were pretty much expecting this opening as far as the pick bans goes.
Right. It's interesting, though, that now Liquid have basically put themselves in a situation where both of their soul lanes are now counter-pickable. It's not that it's not that Zilean completely smashes Victor, but it's certainly one of his better matchups, I would say. Without any blinks, the double bomb is much easier for him. And you have Pobelter, who pretty much leads the league in player of the games, and Huni, Reingover, who are probably the best top jungle, arguably, in the game. You could argue Lourlo and Dardoch trying to battle them for that, but they both now get to sort of counterpick their matchups.
Yeah.
The blind pick Shen.
Zilean's success is so much about team play. I don't expect it really to manifest itself in any sort of lane bullying for either side in this game. Both Fenix and Pobelter, I think, are going to be more farm heavy, and it's going to be about how these guys play as a team, which is how I really want this game to come down to. And all the speed here on the Immortal side with the Bard just means that they're looking to catch people out with the Tempered Fate. They have many, many ways to collapse on someone who gets hit with that Tempered Fate. And as you say, you know, Victor doesn't have his own mobility spells. He's a prime target for those. So Fenix going to have his dancing shoes on. He does have ghosts, you know, so for a little bit more mobility there. But Team Liquid are kind of semi-answer all the speed that Immortals are packing with the Shen last round pick here. Get that global. And then my favorite, the Jhin plus Braum. So much pick potential.
Wow.
And I have to go back and check the stats, but Team Liquid have run that duo so many times over and over.
Yes, they have. And look at this blast from the past. Top lane gangplank for Huni, waiting to see, only his third pick here in North America. Lost all his games so far, though.
I'm so curious as to Huni's build also, because with the changes to Trinity Force, it's not just that guaranteed, oh, everyone's building Trinity Force into more crit because there's no crit on Trinity Force anymore. Some people are still going with it.
Well, it's more CDR, but you're right, no crit on it.
Some people are still going with the Trinity Force and, you know, delaying crit builds, even going as far to get Ghostblade. But I actually really like the new builds with Static Shiv straight into more crit.
Interesting.
It's very squishy, it's very risky, but man, do you get some explosive barrels, lightning and fire.
Yep.
We'll have to see what Huni decides to go with, though. And keep an eye on the junglers, as always, with these two, because that's usually where the action's going to be.
You got to add an Iceborne Gauntlet so you can be an Elementalist gangplank. Just add all the effects you possibly can. The weather effects in abundance. So, here we go. Champ Select is done. Some interesting things right here. Huni bringing out the gangplank as his counter pick to Shen, which I think will be incredibly interesting here. A Zilean to help make sure the rest of the team can go well.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Last time we were talking about this, me and Isaac actually, Isaac was like, yeah, man, Gangplank has got so many things that are good against Shen. The barrels, you know, armor penetration. You can pretty much eat oranges on cooldown every time you get taunted. So we'll see if Huni's able to take the matchup and get some priority up there.
Well, we'll see how the one-on-one goes. These two teams have some passionate fans, so it's time to show everyone who can make the bigger splash on Twitter. Liquid fans, hit us up with the hashtag TLWin. Immortals fans, as always, hashtag IMTWin to cheer your team on to victory. We are getting ourselves in to game one of our match of the week. Liquid hoping to cement themselves near the top of the standings. Immortals hoping to continue to distance themselves from the rest of the competition to secure that they are that S-tier team. And here we go with game one.
There they are, getting into it. All right, let's see. Everybody, it looks like they're going to open up with defensive wards here just down the river. Don't see any invades taking place. And that means, Freak, that we probably will get standard lanes, which is the best way to showcase our jungler matchup. I love it. There's just so many more opportunities, more influence given to the junglers in the early game, you know, deciding on where you're going to start. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
All right, well, right now they're going to dance back and forth. It's interesting what you hear from Dardoch based on what context you get him in. So I was walking over to the stage to get ready for my interview with Special about 15 minutes ago. I was about 20 feet behind Dardoch, and I tried to talk loudly so he overheard me. It's like, hey, to one of the Liquid members, like, hey, how do you think Dardoch feels about being the #3 jungler in NA?
Oh.
Like, to try to troll him a little bit. And then he brought it out so that Dardoch could hear. He's like, hey, I'm at least #2, come on. He was like very like sincere about it. He's like, I'm not saying I'm smashing everybody, but it's like, come on, there's only one player you can consider. It's me and Reingover. We all know this, but he was like, he was willing to like accept being #2, which I thought was interesting.
That's bold, actually. I believe Svenskeren has been making a very good case for himself, just because the way he's playing with TSM, so heavily involved in the entire team, going for so much counter jungling. We'll see if there's any of that kind of jungling in this game, as both of them start on the Krugs, so that is opposite sides of the map, but both of them are going to be having the option to go for ganks right after they clear their red quadrants.
And it will actually be a lane swap as well. Liquid eventually sent their dual lane up to the top side, so in both cases, it's the Shen and the Gangplank only absorbing a bit of XP before they get pushed out of the lane. Reingover doing his standard grab no buffs early game start. He likes to delay those quite a lot, especially in lane swap, so that when he finally does take them, he's not running out of the buff duration, but he can actually get ganks off.
Yeah, there's that. Plus, also, you always run the risk in the lane swaps of the invades there, Braum being super annoying. As of right now, though, Huni only was able to get one of those melee minions. We always try and track if the top laner can snag those before leaving. Whereas Lourlo did get the 3 melee ones. Huni not quite expecting the swap there. And looks like Reingover will be able to clear out his red quadrant, same as Dardoch.
Oh no, Huni got his teleport canceled by Matt setting up for the W.
The Jin Braum!
I don't think he saw that coming at all.
Even if you don't get a kill, like that play was massive. Even though they're not able to pick someone off and get the kill, really nice awareness there for the duo lane, and that is going to heavily delay the lane swap. Huni's not going to be able to get down there to help out with the damage. He's going to have to walk, and hopefully for him, he gets there in time to at least get the solo gold. I'm pretty sure
likely
they'll save the turret for him.
Well, it's going to die slower anyway. They have to wait another way without Gangplank helping it, so I think for sure he's going to get XP.
Let's see what Team Liquid can do with this couple of seconds of lead on the lane swap.
Yeah.
It actually,
they're not killing the turret
it actually isn't there. They're killing it very slowly because they do have Jin. Shen also doesn't have anything he can add to turret killing, so it's not going to end up costing Immortals too much, except that Huni was just delayed a little bit and didn't soak up quite as much of the 3-man share of experience, which honestly isn't going to be that much. So while it looks spectacular it could have been a huge deal because of the slower tower killing here from Team Liquid, it's not going to end up meaning anything, and they actually don't get the turret first even.
True. So there are 2 other small points I do want to bring up. One is that Huni didn't see it coming, so he didn't cancel his teleport. He does have the full cooldown. By not manually canceling
cooldown.
The full cooldown. But also, Huni's mastery is actually, he's not into the resolve tree at all, so his teleport cooldown is actually much longer as well. The duration, it's 150 seconds versus 198. So there's a 45-second window pretty much every time where Lourlo's teleport will be faster, and if they can use that window, then good for Liquid. It's a slim one, though.
You also have to always keep in mind the globals of both those top laners, because Gangplank can add quite a bit of damage with the ultimate, especially early on. Whereas you can't actually show up in person like Shen. But as we see, the mid lane has been kept alone, so they get to go offensive. And as I was expecting, just farming for both of those guys.
And so far, so good. Right now, a 400 gold lead for the Immortals squad right now as they've gotten a little bit more gold on their gangplank and on their Sivir, actually. It feels like Liquid just managed to miss a lot. Also, Immortals have managed to push both the waves in. The gangplank has shoved in against the Shen, who's only showing up now. Lourlo against Huni is down 2 levels.
Yeah.
Fabbbyyy and Matt,
I
really
mean,
late to that top side.
Sivir just has such an advantage in shoving the waves early. Able to get a lot of those denied to the tower, actually.
Yeah. That was just Immortals being a wave faster. No one was there to grab the top lane, it seemed.
And look at this. They're still working with the large minion waves that they've built up. Shen, though, so good at CSing under turret. Q activations make your last hitting very easy, even though Lourlo has managed to miss 3. Okay.
Last with 3 autos, so
yeah.
sometimes it's off cooldown and he can't get the attacks in. He's doing like the best he can, pretty much.
Anyways, Immortals are able to deny a token amount of minions on both lanes by shoving them all the way into the turrets. And Reingover does make his appearance with the giant minion wave to ensure that Huni can push that up safely. So, not overextending. You know, one of the things that we are going to keep an eye on is Huni's play. He's got one of the highest, actually I think he had the highest coming into this week, death share of any single person for their team.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, up top, though, they're looking to increase the death share of the Team Liquid top lane.
Trying to get behind on Matt, who puts up the shield, but Adrian actually saving his Q, expecting that play, but doesn't get much done into Fabbbyyy. Liquid backing off reliably in time.
Gank denied. However, there was only one camp up, so not much time lost for Reingover there. Didn't cost him much to go with Adrian up for that attempt. There's the instant orange. Lourlo did get the pass through on his Q. Yep. By the way, your Spirit Sword, if you just walk next to a person, your sword doesn't have to pass all the way through your enemy champion. So if you just hug the enemy champion's model, as long as the sword will just touch the edge of their model, even if you're chasing them from behind, you can get the slow and extra damage as well. Yeah, just by trying to hug the person.
Yeah, as long as it lands after he hits the oranges, as long as you kind of time the Q activation from Shen, it's a 2-second long, 35% slow, as long as you're running away from Shen, which he was. So
nice dodge.
You can guarantee those attacks come through. Immortals, small gold lead. Again, a lot of that is just being a gangplank on their team. Minions, monsters going away, and the lanes are matching up reasonably well. Bonus XP for Dardoch thanks to killing wards. That's a new thing in 6.13.
Indeed it is. Here comes the roam from Adrian, coming back from his experience that he's just collected from the chimes. Looks like this should be a pretty stale top lane, even though there are pings coming up here once again as Reingover heads to the top side. Does have his Raptor buff still ticking here, so he can get in and clear that ward out. Team Liquid are pushing up pretty far right now. They have to start wondering about the presence of Reingover, and they might want to call Dardoch to ensure that they don't get collapsed upon.
Nice stun into Matt, and exactly, Reingover's nearby. He's right over the wall. Adrian gets away, and here comes the play. Gangplank ulti across, exhaust into Fabbbyyy. Here's a teleport as well, which cannot be matched by Fenix. Everyone's up here. Shen showing up, but Fabbyy's going to go down to the double bomb, and that's going to be another one picked up.
I mean,
Liquid overextending against
as soon as we mention it, you cross that line, you're past your wards. You haven't been able to clear out any of the vision from Immortals. You know they're running the extra global here with Pobelter in the mid lane, and yes, they did probably make the call to have Dardoch come, but you can see his path he was taking was a delayed path. It was through the enemy jungle as well, and they do not respect Immortals' ability to join this fight. I mean, they're just up in enemy territory. The Gangplank ult starts it out, as you talked about, the extra slow plus damage there. Turtle runs straight past Matt with the spell shield on, knowing that Jin's so easy to catch there, and the double teleports plus the ultimate here do come in. Dardoch, though, should be able to take this 1-versus-1.
Red buff, and he's behind Huni. Nice explosion right there. Flashing away, but there's the chase picked up. Nicely done. Dardoch gets a solo kill, the overextended Huni.
Yeah, plus Dardoch was, even playing a little safe there, has an extra auto attack. You go for the auto into your dash, and your other auto is going to come out a lot quicker for Graves. Dardoch, he's one of the best at animation canceling on Graves, which does increase your DPS a significant amount. Not quite as much as Riven, but definitely still very much a skill you need to practice if you want to main that champion now.
Yeah, you can actually overwrite your R's knockback if you auto ER quickly enough.
Yep.
You can quick draw over the animation and lock out the knockback. Shout out to Dardoch for grabbing that one. Didn't have to use his ulti in that kill, but it does keep Liquid a little bit closer. Immortals right now, though, already ahead. 10 minutes in, look at the gold lead. 1,500 for themselves, plus the play for this Infernal Drake. They got to be happy about that one as well. So many champions love this kind of buff they're going to get. Yeah, especially Gangplank, who's like fighting to have enough damage to one-shot caster minions.
Because Immortals are a team that run their jungler as their main tank and a top lane carry, they have more carries on their team, building more damage early on. So especially for this team, as you mentioned, Infernal Drake is the premier Drake. Even in the early game, where we usually give so much weight to the Ocean Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, Rek'Sai in the jungle always stays healthy, so that's probably the best one for them, actually, especially since they already have this bit of a gold lead right now. Going to help them snowball as they send their duo back up to this top side. For Team Liquid, though, you got to keep your eyes on the Shen now. Team Liquid are looking to catch up. They have the potential to pick people off. Jhin is level 6. Lourlo's ready with Stand United. They can make a play on the map on the other side. They know that Immortals, both their teleports are down. Yes, Gangplank Ultimate can come through, but...
Rek'Sai got spotted killing a ward a little bit ago. Matt and Fabbbyyy are aware of this. Don't go for much more of the play. Simply waiting to sit under their turret. No pressure was put onto Huni right there, who was past the river, but no one wanted to make the play.
And that was one of the big opportunities I was trying to set up here for Team Liquid. League of Legends is all about these windows of opportunity based around your enemy's cooldowns. Immortals just make a huge play. You have to make them pay for it. Right now, Immortals just want to hold on to their lead that they earned. They just want to CS while they wait for their teleports and ultimates to come back. Team Liquid should be trying to press right now, even though it feels like they just got behind. And it looks like they're going to have to defend on this top side. Two-man defense. Dardoch comes in. They should be just fine.
Yeah. Reingover made his presence known. He poked Dardoch a little bit, who's actually in a half HP. I think Ricochet got him a little bit there. And looks like Liquid going to give away this turret. Pobelter still does not have his teleport yet, but it's scary enough that Huni could ulti across.
There's a possibility of Lourlo overloading that bottom side as well. If Huni can't clear this wave, they could go for the dive, but Huni can clear the wave, so...
No contest by Liquid. I'm actually surprised Huni, in a completely obvious 1v3, Liquid don't pull the trigger. That seems honestly too safe as they give away top turret. I'm actually not sure why Liquid didn't just dive that.
That window we were talking about, Freak, it's closing. You see those cooldowns on the teleports? They're coming right back up for Immortals.
Yeah.
Immortals come away with a strong play while they're down in cooldowns. They take the top turret, they defend bottom with the Gangplank wave clear, and they're going to get Rift Tail. Oh, no, they're not.
Maybe not. They're getting poked around. Reingover down a half HP, and the Magical Journey gets the rest of them to safety. But as long as Liquid don't juggle the aggro too many times, you'll see that dwindling red bar.
If you steal the smite, and you actually smite the last hit, then Team Liquid can't get the buff afterwards.
Right, you can only grab it if you're the team who killed it, and it resets. Reingover bought enough time that no one's going to get the tanky Rift, but now the re-engage. Fabbyy's Jhin puts in the curtain call.
Out of range.
And Reingover, oh, the flash doesn't catch him, actually. The taunt doesn't land. Lourlo shorts it, sadly. Reingover gets away.
Touch and go there as Immortals ensure that they have a free farming lane down bottom while nothing's going on here. Fighting over this objective, delaying Team Liquid. They've bought the time for the window to close. Now it's Immortals' turn once again. Not only do they have the gold advantage, but they're ready to create another play here.
All right, well, we'll see if that play happens soon. Immortals definitely not one that's gun-shy in this one at all. Adrian actually has already roamed to the mid lane. There's a slow one to Fenix, but no double bomb. Nice juke, actually. Turns around, does not get bound against the trees.
Yep. Definitely something you have to be cautious about whenever you see the Bard plus Zillion combination. You know, if that Tempered Fate lands, you're going to have a very difficult time escaping with the free double bombs from Fenix and plenty of extra damage coming from Immortals as well as they move in here for the blue steal. They know that there's a Jhin down bottom. They've got numbers advantage. They can force any sort of conflict that they want up on this top side of the map. There's no way Fabbbyyy can influence it, and they're going to sneak that one pretty easily there for Turtle.
Yep. Yeah, pretty lucky with him. He actually crit it for 300 damage. Only 20% chance to crit. Otherwise, Reingover would have just smacked that with the Z and taken it away. But very nice that Sivir gets the extra mana and the CDR. doesn't suck right now. Cole is almost done getting all its free money, and he'll spike up with at least a Zeal, I imagine, when that comes through. Close to it anyway.
Gonna be pretty hard, you know, to come back from a deficit in this game because Immortals are running so much wave clear. With Huni already displaying the Gangplank wave clear this early on, now he's got Trinity Force built. He is going for that no crit build early on, but it's not gonna hurt his wave clear at all. He should be just fine using the ultimate, using the barrels, and the other side, a blue buff Sivir.
Yep. Shoving and shoving
Waves
and shoving.
don't even exist.
Yeah, and dodge doesn't affect Ricochet. The primary target, sure, but the rest of them are going to hit you regardless. I'm pretty certain on that one, and so you're seeing this turret take a lot of damage. Lourlo, oh, careful, you pulled aggro for that Ricochet hit.
Yeah, as long as you don't dodge the initial one. Because if you dodge the initial one, then all the other bounces should fizzle, I believe.
I'm actually not sure on that one. I've not played against many Shens or Jaxes on Sivir, so I don't know the interaction myself, sadly. Normally I pride myself on that, but I don't got it here.
You're making me second guess myself, but I'm like 90%
Hey, I
sure
trust you. You don't really play top lane much either. So.
Well, I played Jungle Shen, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, you're on that hype train.
You saw me today.
You're right. I didn't know if you were jungling or top lane though. I just saw you had a yellow energy bar.
By the way, Jungle Shen, it's busted.
And Kobe only plays OP champions, basically.
All you need to do, challenging smite with your Cinderhulk, go full tank. Everybody will love you because you come and save them in solo queue. Nobody expects to be saved in solo queue.
Yep.
All right, back
You
to
get
this
honor
game, though.
as well as wins.
Immortals are converging on the Dragon. They should be able to have huge priority here because Gangplank and Zilean are two of the most scary to face check. Plus, we already mentioned the opportunity that Bard has to catch someone out with Tempered Fate. It might just present itself here.
Wow, Pobelter's got to ult himself pretty soon. He's running out of health, though. He gets away and stays alive. Huni picks off Matt. It's already 2 kills picked up for the Gangplank.
Absolutely destroyed here. Team Liquid walk right into the trap. Matt, Dardoch, can he get away?
Reingover gets rooted up, so Dardoch's running around with a double bump onto the teammate to make sure the stun lands. Great awareness by Pobelter. Picks him off.
Yeah, if we look at the beginning of that fight, Immortals are so confident going for this because, you know, first of all, Mountain Drake does the least amount of damage, so Reingover has no problem tanking for the team, but Bard can immediately ult the Jhin as soon as Fabbbyyy tries to pull up and snipe. That's exactly what Adrian does, so he's basically out of the entire fight. Then there's the giant AoE we talked about as this dragon resets. The giant AoE we talked about, you know, of the dangers of walking into Gangplank and Zilean. Barrels in the brush, so they zone him off to that side, and then ultimate hits, everyone explodes. Everybody else actually from Immortals right out the backside, but it doesn't matter because they killed the 2 squishies first. Fenix getting annihilated. Without Fenix, Team Liquid can't do much.
That was just so nice by Pobelter. Reingover just holds positions and he double bombs his teammate to make sure the stun's going to land.
Yep.
As long as he's in the radius. So really nice coordination between those two. Immortals certainly looking incredibly scary as a team. Gold lead almost 5,000, 18 minutes in. Liquid, they tried the challenge for the top of the rankings, but you're seeing Immortals just seem to be on another level right now.
As even Dardoch mentioned, they come in confident every time they try and play Immortals, but every single time, Immortals take them out 2-0.
Yeah, in Spring Split, Immortals won both their showdowns in the 3rd place match. Immortals 3-0'd them at a best of 5. They're about to take every game in the regular season in the Summer Split now as well. And Immortals just will not say die to this squad. Looking for the ulti to stop up too as Reingover looking to mess with these guys a little bit further. Nice shield up by Matt, but it doesn't really matter. Shenalty probably going to get blown through. Wildturtle a bit slow on the spell shield, and Matt will stay alive. Fabbbyyy flashing out as well. Reingover low, and a nice top by Lourlo picks up 1. And now Pobelter in a very bad spot. Ults himself to stay alive. Braum ulti going to miss everyone. And oh no! They're going to let him live. Perfect timing though. Dardoch actually gets the ulti across and picks that one up after a time. Oh man, a barrel explosion.
Huni's in there for the side swipe, and they get 1 back. So Immortals actually only lose out 2 for 1 here. Not quite as terrible as it could have been. Pretty big collapse there from Team Liquid. Let's see what they can do with it though. Again, the wave clear from Immortals and Huni specifically is going to stop any sort of press for an objective afterwards. So in the end, it's just a small amount of gold here in the pockets of Team Liquid. Take a look at the opening here from Immortals though, as they get the Bard Tempered Fate to set everything up. Shen does end up coming through though as they don't commit. Fabbbyyy baits in Reingover, flashes away, and then sets up sniping here from the outside. Pobelter is going to be able to get through as that fourth shot. I don't know what he was aiming for with the fourth shot because Pobelter was
I think they were trying to wait it out, potentially. Because he was stunned and no one attacked him, and they were hoping to wait out the Zillion ulti and just kill him after the fact.
But he shot it off to the side where you're not going to get any benefit. At least reload, you know, cancel your ultimate if you're right. Timeout or something.
Yeah. Well, who knows? He shot at the other guys earlier. Either way, blue buff going to go over pretty cleanly to Fenix. As Fabbbyyy sits 0, 1, and 2 in the scoreline. All of the kills actually on Liquid's marksman jungler Dardoch. Meanwhile, Huni carrying 4 of the 6 for his squad. Carry tops clearly back in favor for Immortals. They continue to be this way. A nice route onto Pobelter. He does have his ulti. Gets stunned up. A lot of damage onto him. Pops the cell for a 5, but look at the damage output onto Wildturtle. He's kiting away, but not fast enough. Slowed down. Goes down. Chaos Storm will land a slow onto Adrian. He gets picked off. A double kill for Fenix. Gold a bit close, but Huni wants in. Chunks down the back line of Liquid. They might not be able to siege anymore. They've got no minions left. They've got no health bars.
The last minion goes down there, and Immortals are going to be able to hold on to their turrets, but still, another couple kills here for Team Liquid. Doing a lot for team morale. It's still not enough to get them back in this game, but it should be enough for them to at least try and get some ward control on their own side of the map at the very least.
And it's going to be the hope right now for Liquid because they've been on the back foot the entire time here, and it's always unfortunate when you see a team win a team fight like 2 for 0, 2 for 1, and then nothing good actually happens for them afterwards because of how much damage is dealt back.
Yeah, and the gangplank here, Huni constantly coming in from the sides, barrel chains, not only taking out a significant amount of health from Team Liquid, but also destroying the minion waves so they can't pressure any objectives afterwards.
Right, you've got Sivir, this gangplank, and even Zillion's not completely terrible at it. It's honestly just hard to push. Fabbbyyy wasn't really watching. And now comes the risk, manages to juke away from the stun, but here comes the Zillion. The double bomb not quite gonna land, but the knockup is there for Reingover. That's gonna mean the kill pretty easily. Couple of ultis and a teleport burn, but still, the champion is dead and Immortals have a power play.
This is what the top teams are doing so well right now.
And a smite steal.
Constant cross-map plays. Reingover's just gonna, that is the worst feeling. Your own wolf spirit trailing you around, reminding you, hey, he just stole your camp. Hey, he just stole your camp. It's
exclamation point. Hey, this is theirs.
Listen, hey, listen.
Smite better. Press D to smite, Dardoch. It's in your name. Let's go.
Wasn't actually checking if he had it up there.
Except now, though. He's got to pretend it was always his fault. Wards being cleared away. Much to the sadness of the fans here in this audience, as you can tell.
Oh, get it.
Yep.
Talked about those animation canceling skills from Dardoch.
What a madman.
Oh, man.
He pressed E against an immobile unit.
Woo. Uh-oh, Fenix is on the chase here with Pobelter.
What a legend.
Yep.
Pobelter
taught him a lesson.
Yep. Hey, here's some damage. You should pace yourself and get away. Okay. Magical Journey.
Learned.
Tries to scare Fenix, who walks away from the river, is going to recall back and get some new items. So, as the map resets a little bit, we're still actually at a very tight turret game. It's only 2 to 1. Neither team's gotten great pushing to happen. The wave clear is pretty solid from both these squads, but it's Immortals up 5,000 gold. They've been controlling minion waves better. They've been getting more farm. Gangplank up 50 CS plus all of his free Gangplank money. And every single lane actually pretty much up in farm.
And all of that extra money has turned itself into real power here. Infinity Edge completed. Even though Trinity Force doesn't have extra crit to boost it by, it's still a very big power spike for Gangplank.
Yep. Those % of the time, you one-shot everybody.
Well, Fabbyy's definitely going to have to be worried.
Yep.
Right now, he has both summoners, and so does Fenix. But those two guys are going to have a lot of tempered fates being thrown at them. They're going to have a lot of Gangplank ultimates as well. And it is going to be rough for the Team Liquid backline, trying to avoid those things.
You can set up all of it, too. Tempered Fate lands, set up some barrels.
Double bombs as well. I mean,
There's so much easy sort of cooking prepared right now, right? It's all going to be catered, courtesy of Adrian on Bard. And life may be very difficult for Liquid, who honestly, despite having a Shen with the Stand United, only been part of 2 of the 5 kills so far on the team. They really haven't been able to use Lourlo much outside of trying to put out the fires. Reingover gets some nice hot chocolate, unseasonably, and walks away.
Plus, it's not like Team Liquid can rely upon outscaling Immortals in the late game either. I mean, at this point, you have to say, okay, guys, we're farming for late because you want it to get, you know, closer to even in gold. But Immortals have so many options for the late game, whereas Team Liquid, Jhin, he's so good early on, but whenever he's facing a full tank like Reingover builds on the Rek'Sai, it becomes very difficult towards the late game, whereas Sivir's going to be able to AoE crit everyone. Jhin, although Fabbyy's not going the flat penetration build, so it's not quite as bad as usual, Jhin still is going to have a hard time getting through Reingover because he's very easily body blocked.
And even if the champion weren't already not in a great spot for killing tanks, he's behind 2,000 gold, Fabbby. So he doesn't even have the items to knock these guys down.
Guy, though, he's not a full tank.
goes for the portal. And he will walk away. Oh, too early on the death ray for Fenix. Now looking to chase down Pobelter. Gets him out of the fight. Adrian walking away pretty cleanly. And Matt goes down to a Pobelter bomb off the screen.
Huni's in the back again. Huni just sniping people with these barrels as well. Zoning the team.
Look at this. Huni wants even more. Lands a barrel. Finally trades back with Lourlo. But there's just no damage really left. It's just Fabbbyyy and his top laner. 3 dead. Only 1 down from Immortals. Another team fight win for the red team. We can reset and take over the map.
Yep, Rek'Sai can actually ult back onto the field. They can go for Baron if they so choose.
It looks like they're going to.
There is a stand united. There is a stand united for Team Liquid. Fabbbyyy can get in there and annoy them. Pobelter, ultimate about to come back up for him on the Zillion, so revive is a possibility.
Ooh, a little bit of poke, but just getting a little lower over time. Only 200 health left on him. Lourlo wants in. He's going to go. Force the revive. 2,000 health. But the jungler's there. You should not miss this smite. And Reingover's going to get it. Make sure he lands that one. Fabbbyyy very low. He will just survive the bomb and gets away. Lands a root onto Reingover. More damage coming across him. Lourlo just cannot be killed, but Wildturtle's in the house. He's killing everybody off. Matt's going to go down a double kill. Make this soon a triple as Lourlo jumps the wall. But there's a bomb on top of him. The chain's going to land, and a couple more hits will do it. Adrian wants the fight. Nope, it's a triple. I called it after all. Wildturtle to the long-range boomerang.
The Prophet. Oh, my goodness. That clean sweep is going to mean that there's not only Baron buff on Immortals, but a 10,000 gold lead at 27 minutes as well. Take another look at this. There goes the revive that we're talking about. And Immortals originally are thinking, all right, we got Baron, let's get out. But because the magical journey ends, they make the call, no man left behind, everybody get in here. Turtles in the middle of the pit. Huni even arrives, hey guys, I'm helping. Got the home guards. Lourlo actually unlucky here, walks back into the boomerang to complete the ace. Yeah. But as of right now, game number 1 looks like Immortals should be able to run right into the base of Team Liquid.
Right, we come back in. Fenix is already dead. Immortals have taken down the 2 mid lane turrets. They got the first one earlier, the second one just now, so they've exploited their gold lead to 11,000. It was 5-6 minutes ago or something. They've just blown everybody up right now, and looks like they're looking for the mid lane here. Baron buff on, no mid lane to wave clear. They shut off the back line, making him run away. Here comes a bunch of turret damage, but the attempt to go in onto Huni does not yet get revived. He's dangerously low, and he's going to run right in for the team. They've already picked up Lourlo. They've gotten Matt as well. It's just all of Liquid dropping rapidly as Huni is not going to be going down. Fabbbyyy gives him the nice warning shot, but that gives him back to full health. Maybe a unneeded auto attack.
That's always the catch-22, because you're like, I want to wait for it to come off, but if I wait for the Zillion ult to time out, he's going to shoot me while I'm waiting.
Right.
And he might crit me and kill me. So,
yeah, always a tough decision, but sadly, Fabbbyyy, well, he gets full health, but so does Huni at this point, so doesn't time it ideally, or chooses the safer option, but either way, nothing great happens for him. 6,000 gold Baron power play for Immortals.
Gee.
I mean, when you get a triple kill after you kill Baron, and then you take down a couple of turrets in mid, I'm not surprised, but
they were already winning.
I know.
As well, so
they're just destroying now.
A landslide at the moment. Take another look at this dive. They are able to dodge that Bard ultimate, but again, it's a 4 versus 5. They don't have a mid laner in this defense, so that's why Immortals run right through. As you can see, Reingover, full tank Rek'Sai does so much against Jhin. Able to body block and take the turret at the same time. They scatter Team Liquid. Dardoch's the only man left alive at the end, and they're trying to clean up the pieces, but Immortals do not let up on the gas.
They really never do. A very tenacious, very fast team, looking at just under 30 minutes as they continue to pressure more of the base. Even fortunate for them to get a second Mountain Drake up on the map next, so they can knock the turrets down even faster if they need to. 15,000 gold lead, 7,400 Baron power play. Actually ridiculous how far ahead they are.
Huni's also approaching Flame Horizon on Lourlo.
Oh my word, they are gone already. The bot lane of Liquid have dropped. They are gone, they have been shattered. The bottom inhibitor going to be going down quickly as well. A nice knock up on the Dardoch. Gets exhausted, gets a Shen ulti, but still not a lot of places left to go. Gangplank was picked off by Fenix, but a nice shutdown coming through for the Liquid mid laner as he runs around, hit by a bomb. Dardoch dangerously low. Fenix tanks a bomb as well, trying to get away from this one. Gets the shield on, the flash auto attack is popped by Pobelter. A third kill now for Immortals. 19-7 on the scoreboard right now, looking for these final two turrets as they drop one. The second one gonna go down as well. There's just no defense left for Liquid. Just over 30 minutes, more fast wins. Immortals continuing to just take names, even against high-placed teams. Okay, they lose Turtle, but doesn't really matter. At this point, it looks like it does. Reingover drops as well, and Liquid hold for now, killing 3 in the defense, but they have so little left in their base.
They do, and it is going to buy them more time, to think about the rest of the series as well. This one's not over, but in order to make this comeback happen, this would have to be one of the most legendary comebacks of the North American LCS. And my friend, we have had some very legendary comebacks taking over 80 minutes. Maybe we're setting up for one right now. It is, still early in the day, Freak.
Honestly, Kobe, I feel like this composition is not the one these comebacks are made of.
Yeah, we did caution against the fact that Team Liquid can't rely on scaling.
Yeah.
Already early in the game, so.
And they don't have the premier wave clear. Jhin is one of the worst AD carries when your team is behind.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Victor, but that is not going to help. Nexus is already at half-life, and there are 2 wards ready to teleport on for the back door. If you go outside your base, Huni's going to get in there, Pobelter's going to revive him, and they could probably just auto that thing down.
Right, you 5-man siege top. If they defend the turret, you're on the next the game ends.
Teleport in.
All right, well, they're still waiting for Wildturtle, who's running across from the base. He was one of the last ones killed. Reingover cheated by Void rushing across the map. Turtle sadly only has to use human legs.
Not turtle legs?
Or cat legs or whatever he pretends to be.
Well, the wards have timed out by the Nexus, so at least Team Liquid don't have to worry about that anymore. However, 5 members of Immortals knocking at the door.
Scary enough. They go for the dive, they shut off Dardoch, but they also attack Reingover with the Bard ulti. Matt low and gets popped right away. Reingover very tanky, taunted, and stuck inside the base. Will there be a Zillion revive? Yep, Immortals. Pobelter's actually pulled the cooldown onto somebody. It's timed out by now, and the snipe goes towards Turtle. Be careful, the damage is coming across. One more shot strikes Pobelter. It's a 5v4. Reingover low with no ulti means he can't really join in. Huni pressures mid, but Fabbbyyy defends the Nexus for now. Immortals get a 1-for-0 technically, but are low on health, and they will choose to revive. So actually, Liquid have bought some time, which means they've earned some gold.
Not much time because Reingover's right back out on the field. Turtle's life-stealing back up off the minion wave, and Dardoch is caught.
He's looking to fight Pobelter, slowed down heavily, and he will finally drop down. So now 2 off the field. Matt revives just now. Another 5v4. The team going for the push to win the game. Maybe took 3 minutes longer than they expected, but this could be the game-winning push right now. Dardoch gone for 45. Huni kites away from Fenix, and now the inhibitors are all dead. They push in. Oh, low health on a Wildturtle, but now onto the Nexus. There's just almost no chance of surviving this one as Fabbbyyy tries to put the damage down, and Reingover actually running out of HP. Turtle the same, almost goes down. Nearly catch out Lourlo. He stays alive. Phoenix tanks a bomb.
Huni one
Oh, Huni picks one up. Back on the Nexus they go. This is the fight to end the game, and looks like Immortals will do it. Game 1 goes solidly to the red team here, holding